Hi and welcome to another KWM tasting note with me, Andrew here. We've got today another German wine from Martin Wassmer, the Muller Thurgau, Bad Krozinger Steingruble Muller Thurgau. Quite a mouthful, eh? 12.5%. This comes from the Baden region of Germany, which is sort of in the southern section of Germany. So Martin Wassmer, first of all, is a family-owned business. They have been making wines under their own label since 1997, so fairly young in the grand scheme of things. I think prior to that they were sort of producing the grapes, grape growers, and then selling to co-ops and so on, as often would have been the case. This particular grape variety, Muller Thurgau, has a bit of a checkered past. It was a hybrid grape variety where it was a crossing grape variety between Riesling and what they thought was Sylvaner, but it actually turned out to be Gutendale. Never heard of it. But anyway, Riesling and Gutendale. So basically what happened was Professor Muller was in the University of Thurgau in Switzerland, created this grape variety. And it was great at the time because it produced 30% more volume than what Riesling did in a similar sort of a style. So that was great after the Second World War, where they needed volume and they wanted quick growing volume wines. But it then was a problem because they produced too much. It produced too much wine, too much watery wine. It was the main ingredient to Liefernmitsch, if you remember that, back from the 70s and 80s and 90s to a degree. Muller Thurgau was the main offender. Now, it as a consequence gave Riesling a bad name, and it's still a struggle today to get people back to Riesling, and sort of programs like the 31 Days of Riesling, the wines of Germany, do help encourage people back into the Riesling sphere because it is one of the world's great wines. It's one of the two noble white varieties, Riesling and Chardonnay, and why that is, I think you should probably add Chenin Blanc to it as well because it's quite Riesling-esque and it produces a lot of age-worthy wines. Like Riesling, Chenin Blanc would be kind of similar for me. You can produce everything from bone dry to super sweet. Great ageability in the wines as well. But Muller Thurgau was the main offender and given Riesling a bad name. So anyway, we haven't seen this grape variety for quite some time for that reason. So when this came along, we were quite intrigued. Says I wouldn't mind trying that. So we got a bottle, and I must say we're very, very pleasantly surprised. First of all, it's a Pradeikatzwein, so that's the top level of quality in Germany. Cabernet, so it's the sort of driest style of the Qualitätswein, Pradeikatzwein, QBA or QDP, I can't remember. It's a long time since I studied the German wines, to be perfectly honest. But it's the lowest grade of sweetness for a start. So colour wise in this one here, quite pale straw to look at, as you might expect. There's a little yellow hint to it. Lovely expressive nose to this here. I really love the nose on it. There's a touch of peach, touch of apple, pear, slightly lifted sort of herbal nature to it. Almost like a fennel, maybe. That's what it is. It smells lovely. Fruit salad sweets almost. Lovely, ripe at palate. A little bit of weight. When you first open this as well, it's got a tiny little spritz to it, almost like a Vino Verde. And it's probably a nice style for any of those people who do like Vino Verdes and want to sidestep into something different, or interested in trying lots of new grape varieties. The mouthwatering acidity in this is fantastic. It's so well balanced and a lovely finish to it as well. It's not an expensive bottle of wine either. It's sort of 13, 14 quid, somewhere like that. It delivers a serious amount of value for money, and it's definitely a wine that will get you re-engaged with, first of all, German wines, and second of all, Muller Thurgau as a variety. When they're low cropped and care taken with them, they can produce some lovely wines, and will get a little bit of that reputation back that is squandered over the years, I suppose. So yeah, lovely, interesting, great variety that I haven't seen around for a long time. It's a new one for us for a number of years, and definitely worth a try. So until next time, cheers.